It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Pittsburgh Steelers on Thursday night.
At the convergence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers, we're in the football town of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at Acrisure Stadium. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Here's Brandon McManus to get this one going. And we're underway from Pittsburgh. Cordarrelle Patterson now to return. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. And leading them out, someone playing at a high level over a decade after entering the league. He's got a Super Bowl to his name. It's Russell Wilson.
Kate, Russell Wilson's one of the NFL's most experienced quarterbacks. He's also one of the winningest quarterbacks, even with a couple bumps in the road in Denver. Remember, over that decade in Seattle with Pete Carroll and the Legion of Boom, there wasn't a quarterback that won more games in the history of the league over the first 10 years. 9 times to the Pro Bowl as well. Put a supporting cast around him, give him a run game and a defense, and Russell Wilson still knows very well how to play this game.
And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Now running for the first time with Jalen Warren. He finds space for a few yards that time. Jair Alexander with the stop. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Throwing on 3rd, Wilson. Almost an opening drive interception, but that winds up on the ground, incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th down.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
On 4th down, the Steelers are going to turn to Cameron Johnston to punt this away. And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the Utah State product and former first-rounder back in 2020, Jordan Love.
It took Jordan Love a little while for him to get his chance to start in the NFL. He had to watch Aaron Rodgers for a number of years, but guess what? Aaron had to watch Brett, and it paid huge dividends. And it sure looks like Jordan Love, to start his career, is doing the same. He didn't just watch Aaron Rodgers. He worked on his game. He developed his game over 3 years. And when he got his chance, he sure looked like a young star at the position.
Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And he gets him around 6 there. Brought to the ground by Dante Jackson. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
2nd and 4. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
Love on 3rd and short. Cut by Jacobs. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
First and 10 from the 41. Play fake, it's Love. He's on the move. He can run it. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on it.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 47. This is on target to Christian Watson. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Thrown on first down, Love. That's caught, Tucker Kraft. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. Had to balance focusing on the catch, keeping those feet in bounds.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Jacobs gets it on the draw. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Love. Escapes the pocket. Oh, look at this. Here he goes.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 16. Finds a man right side. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Love out of the shotgun. He brings it in. Touchdown, Green Bay. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. But they couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Brandon McManus on for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. On now is McManus to kick this away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense out and ready to go for their second drive. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Into the hands of Pat Freiermuth. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Second and 3 now. From the 37. Throw complete to Williams. And he'll get it up to the 44. That's good for 7 yards. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
First and 10 give to Harris. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 48. Finds his back, Jalen Warren. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Javon Bullard bringing that play to an end. The rookie from Georgia in on that tackle.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Wilson on third down. Catch is made down the right sideline. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Blitz coming, Russ. It's taken in by Williams. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Now an inside handoff to Harris. And he's going to make it down to the 15-yard line. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Russ now from the gun. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kay, that is the epitome of trust right there. Right, when the ball is let out of his hands, I think everybody on the sidelines in the stadium went, because you throw it in double coverage. And you may question the decision, but it's tough to challenge it when it produces results like that.
Wilson now from the gun. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes, incomplete.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson. into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
I'll tell you what that deflection right there, Kate, tells me. That defense was following and reading the quarterback's eyes, knew exactly where that throw was going. And it takes a little bit of intuition, a little bit of feel. He's able to get his hands on it and knock it out of bounds.
3rd and goal, Wilson. Has it down close. And that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. You know, kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
Chris Boswell for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Steelers tie this game 7-7. Now Boswell on to send this away. Jaden Reed to return this. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Green Bay offense returning to the field for their 2nd possession. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, now Love. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting, right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that can go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Trying again following the sack. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first. Let's see what they draw up on these 3rd and 7. Love from the gun. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. To the air with Love. Flush down out to his left. He's keeping it. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain. We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. Both teams neck and neck so far. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They're looking at 2nd and 4. From the 41. Watson with the catch. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On 1st and 10, here's Love. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. Ooh, put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out. And that throw doesn't lead to 6. And it's going to be 2nd down.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Play fake. It's Love. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Love now to throw. Into the hands of Romeo Dobbs. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Second and 3 now. Shotgun now for Love. This is reeled in by Reed. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
They'll run. Jacobs. And a nice effort there to fight forward for a decent gain. He gets him 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd and goal.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we do.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Packers take a 2nd quarter lead. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
McManus on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers break that tie and now lead by 7. On now is McManus to kick this away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. They've got a chance to tie this up here as they trail 14-7. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Taking the handoff, now Wilson. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's running with it. He's contained at the line for no gain. In for the tackle, that's Lucas Van Ness.
Well, I think all quarterbacks have been there before. You start scrambling, you're hoping for something to materialize, and nothing does. You just try to get back to the line, Live to play another day, and more importantly, avoid a loss.
2nd and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating 3rd and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
And the Packers at a 5th DB out there for this 3rd down play. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Chased out to his right. Oh, he's going to run for it. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
Cameron Johnston on the punt. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Packers will take over possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Love out of the shotgun. Taken in by Dobbs. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Packers.
New set of downs for him at the 38. First down throw, here's Love. He's on the move. He's on the move. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's Love. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Love on 3rd and short. That'll be complete to Jacobs.
Awareness. Kate, you hear me and so many others talk about it a lot with quarterbacks, but it's critical for every unit on a football field. And for the defense right there, to have an awareness of knowing where the marker was and to make sure that completion wasn't going to move the chains.
The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Now here's Russ. Throw complete to Williams. He's got a gain of 6 there. That was Xavier McKinney that time with the tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 28. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Wanted to get that one to Mike Williams. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Russ now from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And 4th and 4 coming up. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice. A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. On the return, here comes Reed. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Packers ready to run their offense back out there. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Love now. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. Target that time, Jaden Reed. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
A 2nd down throw here for Love. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Throwing his Love on 3rd. Able to get it to Reed. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the 1st.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. No return on that punt. And the Steelers will take over possession. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Wilson now from the gun. Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a Steelers 1st down.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
Wilson now, 1st and 10. Pass taken in by Freiermuth. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. From the gun, they go with Harris. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Brought down by Quay Walker. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. He has the first over the middle. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down. It's the 2-minute warning now from Acrisure. The Steelers with the football. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down, here's Russ. He's on the move. And this time they're gonna get there and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
These quarterbacks are so good with their clock in their head between the tackles. But you get outside the pocket, and you've got to have that same ability. If you hesitate for a second, the defenses with their speed at this level, they'll find a way to bring you to the ground.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Russ setting to throw. Quick slant, that's Williams. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Facing 4th down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. This 42 yards from the right hash. Dicker connects there. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time that he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. It's Keyshawn Nixon with the return. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Out now runs the Packer offense. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Love from the gun. That's Reed on the slant. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
2nd and 3 now. From the 36. Escapes the pocket. Now he takes it. And he'll get it up to the 44. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Love. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. Pass was thrown for Christian Watson. And now they face 2nd down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Second and 10. Love trying again. Looking slant route, complete. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Love looking to pass. That's caught for the first. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Timeout taken by the Packers, their 3rd and final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Love to throw again. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
2nd and 10 now. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Throwing it just before halftime. Throwing for the end zone. And he sails that one over the end zone. So we've reached the end of 2, and it's the visiting Packers out in front. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. We just watched a solid first half from the 2022 Russian champ, Josh Jacobs. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
All right, thank you, Coach. And we are back and about set to begin the second half. Now Boswell on to send this away. On the return, here comes Reed. He stopped on the return at the 27. Out comes Green Bay. They have the first series of this second half. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Love out of the shotgun. Complete on the slant to Watson. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They motion the tight end over. 2nd and 1. This is reeled in by Reed. And he'll get it up to the 44. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. Watson with the catch. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
1st and 10 from the 41. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Patrick Queen ranging in for the tackle. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They stick with Jacobs. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
They've got 1st down from the 31. To the air with Love. Gets this one to Watson. And he runs it down inside the 15 before going out. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
1st down throw, here's Love. The throw is caught. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers grow the lead coming out of halftime. Christian Watson with the touchdown. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play, right? When you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath, and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
McManus on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers grow their lead to 8.
Steelers 13.
On now is McManus to kick this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. The Steelers offense headed out. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. First and 10 now from the 30. Going to Harris to start the half. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun handoff to Warren. Has a lane past the 45. And he's finally marked down at the 46-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, you get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
New set of downs for him from the 46. They give to Harris from the gun. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Ross out of the pistol. Caught by Freiermuth. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Wilson out of the pistol. He's on the move. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
Facing 4th down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that gets him back within 5.
Listen, all he could do is make the kicks he's called out there to make. They need extra points from him, but for now, he's able to handle his 3rd field goal of the game and just inch them a little bit closer.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Nixon now to return it. Return's looking good so far. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Thrown on 1st down, Love. Able to get it to Reed. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 38. He's got Watson. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Packers. Takes the handoff, now Love. Connects on the crosser. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A pickup there of 39. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. They are throwing it again. Looking touchdown, but can't connect.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
Pass didn't work on 2nd. Let's see how that affects this 3rd down. Love from the gun. He's got it. It's a Green Bay touchdown. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game?
Yep.
Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. McManus on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers push the lead up to 12.
Steelers 16.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll start with a give to Harris. And they'll only let him get up to around the 28 before taking him down. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Harris once more. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. That was Kenny Clark on the tackle. Back-to-back runs, yielding just 2 yards, and now it's 3rd and 8.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
The Steelers set to punt it. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Fair catch called for, and he brings it in. Looks like right at about the 29-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they're going to take over possession. First and 10 now from the 30. Reed will go in motion right. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
From the 36. Escapes the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
Well, partner, that was a coverage sack in just about every way imaginable. Offense spreads it out. Get everybody out into the routes, but the defense, they just would not relent. Even as he bailed from the pocket, trying to create lanes, they wouldn't give him any and get the huge sack, too.
Play fake, it's Love. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Jaden Reed, the intended target. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
The Packers send out their punting unit. And this will be his second effort of the contest. And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Couldn't find Mike Williams on that throw. So it'll be second down.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Shotgun snap for Wilson. This one to Williams out left side. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Andrew and Cooper there to make the stop. Third and 4 coming up now. Tight end going in motion here. Wilson on 3rd down. He has the first over the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. They get 6 and a first down as well. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter on this Thursday night. It's Steelers football. A nice help for them as they trail entering the quarter. First down, ball at the 36. Russ is cooking again. Pass taken in by Freiermuth. And he'll get it up to the 44.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Running behind center with Harris. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Wilson on 1st and 10. Got Washington, it's complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. That play good for 17 and a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. A give left side, here's Harris. And that run very short, only getting to the 27. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. On play action now, Wilson. Pass is caught at the 9. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gain 18 on the previous play.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Quick slant complete. And he's going to be touchdown, Brock. Looks to be a couple yards shy of that marker. Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. They'll run with Harris. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson. And got his man, that's a Pittsburgh touchdown! The Steelers now within 1 score in the 4th. Mike Williams, the touchdown. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers trim the deficit down to 5. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. On the return, here comes Reed. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Packers and receiver Christian Watson ready to go once again. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Love. Watson with the catch. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Love out of the shotgun. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. They strike for 23 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Running on first here with Jacobs. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Going run again with Jacobs. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud quarterback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Love now to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers make it a 2-possession game here in the 4th. Christian Watson with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
McManus on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers push the lead up to 12.
Steelers 23.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Patterson now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. This offense getting all set for this series. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Wilson now from the gun. Escapes out to the left. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers, and they got one right there with that sack.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. Austin's there to haul it in.
Oh, man, these are the kind of plays you can't wait to get on film and watch the next day. Look at the fellow pass catchers. Look at the guys getting out in front, helping on that screen pass. Get your player in space, your buddies do the rest around you, and a big play follows.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Russ now from the gun. Finds the in route complete. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Once more, it's Wilson. That's complete to the sideline. Not a ton of room, but he does get the feet down. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Sticking in the air with Wilson. Ooh, he missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Throwing again, here's Wilson. Forced out to his right. He's running for it. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. They hit him for 5 yards on 4th down and get the successful conversion.
Well, I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains, and it's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical 1st down.
1st down, here's Russ. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
There was a window there for a moment, but boy, did they close the gap before that throw could arrive.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing again is Russ. He's on the move, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the 3rd row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now 3rd down is so much harder.
Getting out to his left. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
You know, that may have been a situation when you look back on it and he watches the tape the next day, that he's got to find a way to throw the ball because his running ability, while it gets him some yards, is not enough to get the 1st down.
Desperation time here on 4th. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. And right away we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Jacobs running behind center. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. The Steelers use their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. 4th and 3, drive on the line. Love from the gun. On the move, headed right. No place to go. They get him to the turf and force a turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Their offense running back out now. And they're very fortunate the turnover on downs and short field did not lead to points. They can thank their defense by putting a scoring drive together right now. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Wilson. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
The defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Now here's Russ. Escapes the sack. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here he is to throw. Fryermuth there to bring it in. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
Wilson to throw again. Searches from the pocket. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Looking to throw it. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Quay Walker in to pick it off. And the Packers are stopped a little beyond the 10-yard line on the return. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. He cuts it to the right sideline. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
Anytime you get that chunk of yards, gosh, you can just feel it in the stadium. It just changes the whole complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end this series with points. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's the visiting Packers who pick up the win. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Packers are your winners as we say so long from Pittsburgh.